Welcome to this video on converting with metric units. Now, the nice thing about metric units is that everything is based off powers of 10. So this diagram you see in front of you shows how things change. Now, we're going to talk about this in terms of the base unit of meter. Just to refresh, a base unit could also be grams or liters, depending if we're talking about length, weight, or liquids, right? So in the world, we have meters, our base unit. If we break those into smaller units, we've got decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. And if we get larger, we have decameters, hectometers, and kilometers. Now, if we're talking about, let's say we have 2,856 meters. And, excuse me, I'm trying to find my eraser and I'm struggling. Struggle bus is real. As we go to the right, so if I want to go, let's say, to centimeters. How many centimeters is 2,856 meters? Well, you'll notice I went 2 positions to the right. And to do this nicely, we could say that's the same as multiplying by 100 because everything, right, is a power of 10, and 10 times 10 is 100. We could also say we just need to move the decimal 2 places to the right because right now the decimal is here, and if I move it 2 places to the right, mathematically, that is the same as multiplying by 100. So that would be 285,600 centimeters. Great. Now, what if I wanted to go the other direction and I wanted to say, how many kilometers is this? So I'm looking at, again, the 2,856 meters. Well, from meters to kilometers, I'm going 1, 2, 3 units to the left. Now, you can either divide by 1,000, right? Because 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Or take that decimal and move it left 1, 2, 3 places. So that would be 2.856 kilometers, right? So I like the moving method, but the moving method of moving the decimal point only works if you kind of have the idea of your pieces in place. So let's do some examples of this, keeping our units in place. So Gwen ran a 5-kilometer race. How many meters did she run? Okay, so the key is, notice where you start. We have 5 kilometers, and we started here. We want to move to meters. So I'm moving 1, 2, 3 units to the right. That means I move my decimal place 3 units to the right. And all of these, I call them humps. All of these humps, we fill them with zeros. So that would give me 5,000 meters. Now, if you're more of the math type, you could say, I know that there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. And then you could do a dimensional analysis. Words, they're hard. So if I've got 5 kilometers and I know that 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters, well, that makes my kilometers. I multiply across and you can see I get the same answer, 5,000 meters. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. I prefer the counting method because I think it's easier. So Ella drank 1,810 milliliters of water. How many liters is this? Okay, where does she start? She's starting at milliliters. We want to go to liters. Liters is the base unit. So that's 1, 2, 3 units to the left. So if I have 1810, here's my decimal point. I move that thing 1, 2, 3 units to the left. That means Ella drank 1.81 liters of water. Always make sure that you also label your answers, right? That matters so that you know exactly what you're talking about. Let's do one more, just kind of a basic. How many decameters is 43 decimeter? Oh, shoot, that's grams. Decagrams and decigrams. Now, right now, you might say, Becky, how do you know the difference? Well, notice that this has a DA. Deca has the prefix DA, where deci is just D. And that G stands for grams, our base unit. So, how many decagrams is 43 decigrams? So again, we have our decimal point at the right. I'm starting with 43 deca. I'm starting here. That means to go to deca, I'm going left 2 spaces. 1, 2. So 0.43 decagrams. Hope you enjoyed that metric conversion video.